Welcome back to my 100% playthrough of Dragon Age Origins. So today we will continue where we left off in the Dragon Lair. And finish off this Urn of Sacred Ashes quest. Now the end of last episode was kind of abrupt because I remembered what came next and I figured that episode was already long enough and I didn't think I had time to finish the entire thing. Without a super long episode, which I'm sure no one would have minded, but here we are. I decided to stop it anyway. Okay, so here we are in the hatchery. That is a dead end, so let's just move on. I'll probably just cut this and join you again once we reach something interesting. Okay, up here.
Have you been turned around? How does anyone navigate these halls?
Thank you, Win. Up here is the way forward. So let's see where this leads. You can already see there's some enemies just around the corner. Okay, there's a fight in here, so let's save and then fight. As always, deal with the mage. And there's a trap, but that's fine. We'll deal with the enemies first. I'm trying not to set off the traps if we don't have to. Cool. Zevran, can you disarm that for me, please?
I think that's all of them, yes?
Cool. Just an extra 40 XP, that's always nice.
On it.
Again, we do have inventory problems, so if you see me skipping stuff, it's just stuff we don't need. The stuff I do grab is probably stuff that I think is worth more, although I'm not really taking the time to check, so that's kind of a split-second decision. Like those, I do want those, just to sell later. We should actually, give me a second. Zevran does not have herbalism. I have 1 point. And Win has 1 point. Alright, fine. Okay, Win. Use your herbalism, please. And just create these to get them out of my inventory. Or, that is, get them into a more useful form. Doesn't actually change... it did change how much was in there a little. Okay. I guess use 2 items to create 1. You're naturally going to have less items.
As you wish.
The gloves, whatever. They can just stay. That's fine. Alright, continuing on. Alright. Here is Colgrim. So let's talk to him.
Stop! You will go no further!
Who are you?
You do not have the right to demand my name. You have defiled our temple. You have spilled the blood of the faithful and slaughtered our young. No more. You will tell me now, intruder, why you have done all this. Why have you come here?
So with Colgrim, you have 2 choices. You can basically attack him, or you can try to make a deal with him. So, I would just recommend attacking here. There is a very specific reason why I'm not going to do that. I will try to make a deal with him. I've come for the Urn of Sacred Ashes.
You did this all for an ancient relic. Know this, stranger. The prophet Andraste has overcome death itself, and has returned to her faithful in a form more radiant than you can imagine. Not even the Tevinter Imperium could hope to slay her now. What hope do you have?
I wish to see this risen Andraste.
None but the disciples may approach Andraste. She is not ready yet. But when the time is right, she will descend upon the nations in fiery splendor, and all will know her. But perhaps there is a way to make up for your recent transgressions.
Why do you suddenly want to cooperate with me?
It may be because I believe in second chances. All of us stumble through the darkness before being found and shown the light. Perhaps, through Andraste's mercy, her greatest enemy will become her greatest champion.
Alright, maybe we could come to some sort of agreement.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Father Colgrim. I lead the disciples of Andraste. Atop this mountain lie the remains of the mortal Andraste. The urn is watched by an immortal guardian. He is trapped in the past and refuses to accept the risen Andraste. Now the ashes prevent Holy Andraste from fully realizing her new form. They are a remnant of her past incarnation, and she cannot move on as long as they exist.
Just get to the part about me helping you.
The Holy Andraste wishes us to reclaim her ashes for her, but the Guardian has always stopped us. The task is simple. I give you a vial of the Holy Andraste's blood, and you empty the vial into the ashes. Whatever magic was held in the ashes will be undone, and our great lady will be freed from the shackles of her past life!
And what? Encourage the worship of a large lizard? Consider your actions carefully.
I have considered.
Not enough.
Take this. The blood of the dragon. You know what you must do.
Excellent. With Colgrim on our side, we could make it through this entire ordeal with our necks intact.
Now, I shall beseech the Holy Andraste to let you pass safely into the inner sanctum.
Okay, so Sten disapproved and Zevran approved. I'm actually surprised Wynn didn't have a opinion, because I know she does later. Yep, so that's what you do, making a deal with Colgrim. Now, I'll tell you right now, we're going to betray Colgrim later, but I do want to show you what happens if you follow through with Colgrim's plan, so we're going to do that as well. But let us for now. If you refuse, by the way, there, you'd have to fight him and all these mages. It's a fairly tough fight, but it's not too bad. Let's head through here. Alright, so there is a very large dragon in this area. We are not going to fight it right now, but we will fight it eventually. So let's just keep going.
Fighting it, are we? Couldn't we just sneak around it?
Yeah, we can, Zevran, but we'll fight it anyway. Okay. Now, one thing to note about this area is you actually can change your party members. And one important note, if you intend to desecrate the ashes, so you're going to side with Colgrim, make sure Wynn is not in your party if you do it. Probably a good idea to remove Liliana as well, but especially Wynn. Right, let's keep going. Now, because we've sided with Colgrim, we don't need to fight any of these things, which is fine. Let's keep going.
Great Andraste, I pray you, stay your wrath. I bring before you your champion, who will fall upon your enemies as a cleansing flame, paving the way for your glory. O beloved Andraste, O holy Andraste, we praise your name. I have spoken to the beloved Andraste. She will let you pass.
Yeah, so if it wasn't clear already, Colgrim and his followers are dragon worshippers, essentially. Thank you, I will not fail.
We await your triumphant return. Go, show yourself to the Andrastes.
There's nothing else in the mountaintop pass for us right now, so we will just continue on, but again, you can change your party here if you want to. The gauntlet.
I mislike this.
This should be easy enough.
Helmet, I'm not going to bother.
I bid you welcome, Pilgrim.
You must be the Guardian.
Yes, I am the Guardian of the Ashes. I have waited years for this.
For me?
You are the first to arrive in a very long time. It has been my duty, my life, to protect the urn and prepare the way for the faithful who come to revere Andraste. For years beyond counting have I been here, and shall I remain until my task is done and the Imperium has crumbled into the sea.
The Imperium is no longer as powerful as it once was.
Ah, is it not? Then perhaps this is the beginning of the end.
Let's not waste time. How do I get to the urn?
You have come to honor Andraste, and you shall, if you prove yourself worthy.
I need the ashes to cure a noble man.
Still, you must prove yourself worthy. It is not my place to decide your worthiness. The gauntlet does that. If you are found worthy, you will see the urn and be allowed to take a small pinch of the ashes for yourself. If not...
What is the gauntlet?
The gauntlet tells the true pilgrims from the false. You will undergo 4 tests of faith, and we shall see how your soul fares.
Alright, let's get this over with then.
Before you go, there is something I must ask. I see that the path that led you here was not easy. There is suffering in your past. Your suffering, and the suffering of others. You betrayed Jowan to Irving. He was almost killed, and he lost the one thing that mattered. Lily. Jowan trusted you. Tell me, do you think you failed?
Yeah, so the
Jowan?
question he asks here is clearly based on your origin. For us, it's about Jowan. Now, your answer actually does not matter. The only thing you shouldn't do is refuse to answer, so don't pick the 5th option. Anything else doesn't really make a difference. Yes, he was my friend. I should not have betrayed him.
Thank you. That is all I wish to know.
Accept your failings, but do not let them govern your life.
And now the self-flagellation? Oh, that is what comes next in these things, no?
Parshera, leave the past where it falls.
And what of those that follow you?
Ask your question, Guardian. I am ready.
You are ever the advisor, ready with a word of wisdom. Do you wonder if you spout only platitudes, burned into your mind in the distant past? Perhaps you are only a tool, used to spread the word of the Circle and the Chantry. Does doubt ever chip away at your truths?
You frame the statement in the form of a question, yet you already know our answers. There is no sense in hiding, is there? Yes, I do doubt at times. Only the fool is completely certain of himself.
And the Antivan elf?
Oh, is it my turn now? Hurrah! I'm so excited.
Many have died at your hand. But is there any you regret more than a woman by the name of...
How do you know about that?
I know much. It is allowed to me. The question stands, however. Do you regret?
Yes, the answer is yes, if that's what you wish to know. I do. Now move on.
Demand whatever answers you want, Spirit.
You came to this land as an observer, but you killed a family in a blind rage. Have you failed your people by allowing a Qunari to be seen in that light?
I have never denied that I failed.
The way is open. Good luck, and may you find what you seek.
It is interesting getting some more insight into your companions by those questions. But anyway, let's just explore Andraste's arrows. Interrupt spell casting, that's actually really cool. Of course I don't have room for them, but I would like them, so we will get rid of that. Don't really need the fancy vase though. Oh yeah, grab this book. The Maker's First Children. The Maker's first creations were the spirits, glorious beings that populated the many spires of the Golden City, and the Chant of Light says that they revered the Maker with unquestioning devotion. The Maker, however, was dissatisfied. Although the spirits were like him in that they could manipulate the ether and create from it, they did not do so. They had no urge to create, and even when instructed to do so, possessed no imagination to give the creation ingenuity or life. The Maker realized his own folly. He had created the spirits to resemble him in all but the one and most important way. They did not have a spark of the divine within them. He expelled all the spirits out of the Golden City and into the Fade, and proceeded to his next creation, life. The Maker created the world and the living beings upon it, separated from the Fade by the veil. His new children would be unable to shape the world around them, and thus would need to struggle to survive. In return for their struggle, the Maker gave them the spark of the divine, a soul, and he watched with pleasure as his creations flourished and showed all the ingenuity that he had hoped for. The spirits grew jealous of the living and coaxed them into the Fade where they slept. The spirits wished to know more of life, hoping to find a way to regain the Maker's favour. Through the eyes of the living they experienced new concepts: love, fear, pain, and hope. The spirits reshaped the Fade to resemble the lives and concepts that they saw, each spirit desperately trying to bring the most dreamers to their own realm, so they could vicariously possess a spark of the divine through them. As the spirits grew in power, however, some of them became contemptuous of the living. These were the spirits that saw the darkest parts of the dreamers. Their lands were places of torment and horror, and they knew that the living were strongly drawn to places that mirrored these dark parts of themselves. These spirits questioned the Maker's wisdom and proclaimed the living inferior. They learned from the darkness they saw and became the first demons. Rage, hunger, sloth, desire, pride. These are the dark parts of the soul that give demons their power, the hooks they use to claw their way into the world of the living. It was the demons that whispered into the minds of men, convincing them to turn from the Maker and worship false gods. They seek to possess all life as their due, forging kingdoms of nightmare in the Fade, in the hopes of one day storming the walls of heaven itself. And the Maker despaired once again, for he had given the power of creation to his new children, and in return they had created sin. From the Maker's First Children by Beda, Senior Enchanter of Ostwick, 812 Blessed. Cool. Alrighty. So yeah, so the gauntlet here is a series of tests. Let us see what it is. So here we have a bunch of spirits and a locked door. What we have to do is talk to each spirit and answer their question correctly.
Echoes from a shadow realm, whispers of things yet to come. Thought's strange sister dwells in night, is swept away by dawning light. Of what do I speak?
Yeah, so basically all riddles. Let's listen to this one again.
Echoes from a shadow realm, whispers of things yet to come. Thought's strange sister dwells in night, is swept away by dawning light. Of what?
If you get this wrong, it just spawns an ash demon and you get a little less experience than you otherwise would. In this case, I believe the answer is dreams. I should also say that I don't know is a valid answer for several of them, and the spirit will accept that as the correct answer. But there is always a proper answer, and in this case I think it's dreams.
A dream came upon me as my daughter slumbered beneath my heart. It told of her life, and of her betrayal and death. I am sorrow and regret. I am a mother weeping bitter tears for a daughter she could not save.
One down.
I'd neither a guest nor a trespasser be. In this place I belong, that belongs also to me. Of what do I speak?
This one I believe is home.
It was my dream for the people to have a home of their own, where we would have no masters but ourselves. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, and thus we followed Andraste against the Imperium. But she was betrayed, and so were we.
Yep, second one down. Let's do the spirit here.
smallest lark could carry it, while a strong man might not. Of what do I speak?
This one is fairly obvious. Although I do wonder if a coconut is a reference to Monty Python. But anyway, a tune.
Yes, I was Andraste's dearest friend in childhood, and always we would sing. She celebrated the beauty of life, and all who heard her would be filled with joy. They say the Maker himself was moved by Andraste's song, and then she sang no more of simple things.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. The debt of blood must be paid in full. Of what do I speak?
Vengeance.
Yes, my husband Hysarion would have chosen a quick death for Andraste. I made him swear that she would die publicly with her war leaders, that all would know the Imperium's strength. I am justice. I am vengeance. Blood can only be repaid in blood.
Sure. Wynn got a level up there. I'll deal with that in a second. Mepharith. Now again, if you've been paying attention to these names, some of them will be familiar from Codex entries. Mepharith is the one who betrayed Andraste to the Tevinter, and resulted in her being burned.
A poison of the soul, passion's cruel counterpart. From love she grows, till love lies slain. Of what do I speak?
Jealousy.
Yes, jealousy drove me to betrayal. I was the greatest general of the Alamari, but beside her I was nothing. Hundreds fell before her on bended knee. They loved her, as did the Maker. I loved her too. But what man can compare with a god?
Cool. One more down. Who have we got here? Disciple Havad.
The bones of the world stretched towards the sky's embrace, veiled in white, like a bride greeting her groom. Of what do I speak?
The mountains.
Yes. I carried Andraste's ashes out of Tevinter into the mountains to the east, where she could gaze ever into her Maker's sky. No more fitting a tomb than this could we find.
Hysarion. The Archon who burned Andraste at the stake, I think.
She wields the broken sword, and separates true kings from tyrants. Of what do I speak?
Mercy.
Yes, I could not bear the sight of Andraste's suffering, and Mercy bade me end her life. I am the penitent sinner, who shows compassion as he hopes compassion will be shown to him.
Yep, like he said, he hated to see her suffer on the stake, so he ended her life quickly. And finally, Disciple Cathair.
No man has seen it, but all men know it. Lighter than air, sharper than any sword, comes from nothing, but will fell the strongest armies. Of what do I speak?
And finally, hunger.
Yes, hunger was the weapon used against the wicked men of the Tevinter Imperium. The Maker kindled the sun's flame, scorching the land. Their crops failed, and their armies could not march. Then he opened the heavens and bade the waters flow, and washed away their filth. I am Cathair, disciple of Andraste and commander of her armies. I saw these things done and knew the Makers smiled on us.
There we go, and that is the last one, so the door has opened. So that was the first test. Let's see what lies next.
Had fun with the riddle game?
Yeah, so this section, or at least this encounter, will change depending on your origin story. So for us, we are meeting Jowan. Great, finally someone who speaks plainly.
But they do speak plainly. Riddles speak to your soul and your gut more often than to your mind. Or they always seem to for me. You have wondered many times if what happened to me was your doing. Perhaps things would be different if you had not gone to Irving. but it is too easy to obsess over what if and what could have been. These thoughts will eat away at you if you let them. Forgive yourself, just as I have forgiven you. I have something for you. Use it well. It makes me happy, knowing you will be the mage that I never could.
Right, so he gave us an item. It's an amulet, I'm pretty sure. Reflection. Plus constitution, plus healing effects received. It is actually quite a good item. If you, with the Guardian Spirit earlier, if you refuse to answer his question, then the Spirit here will not give you reflection. So it is worthwhile answering the question just to get that amulet. Okay, well here I'll do this level up for win. Should probably do with a bit more magic, and we'll chuck another in willpower. What was I working on for her? Sleep. Okay, that is good. I am going to temporarily change her spells. Win. Let us get rid of regeneration. And we're going to take horror. And we will get rid of rejuvenate, and we will take sleep. I will try to remember to use those in the next fight, and then probably just give her old spells back. I don't really intend on using them long term. Alright, what's next? Yeah, so this room, you will meet your current party. They will have access to all of your skills and spells, as well as, I believe, your current equipment, maybe? As always, deal with the mages first, so I'm going to crush and prison myself. And then let us deal with Win.
Is it just me, or do you actually think you have a chance?
Probably deal with Win first, actually, because of her healing spells.
Fighting more dying, blast you! Only one shall stand!
Oh, spell immunity. That's annoying. Right, you need to deal with Win. I will deal with myself. Okay, Win's down. That's good. Okay, Sten. Yeah, let's just take him out. I'm not going to try and use the spells that I gave Win yet. Not for this fight, it's a little too tricky. Okay, there we go.
Well, I wasn't expecting that. And I certainly don't want to go through it again.
Maker's breath and beautiful. Did you see that?
Anyway, right, now this test.
Well, looks like there's only one way forward.
This one is the most annoying puzzle in the entire game, I think. You can work it out via trial and error, but essentially you need to create a bridge across, and as you stand on these, parts of the bridge will appear. So what you need to do, change this to hold position, and then move your companions around. So, like I say, you can do this trial and error, but it will take a very long time. I do have the answer, well, one of the possible answers to the puzzle right in front of me, so I'm just going to do that. So I need someone on the third tile to the left, so I'll move Sten there. Cool. Move one. The sixth tile on the left. 5, 6. This one here. As you can see, starting to get some shadow bridges up there. Can't stand on those yet though. And to stand on them, I need to move someone to the right 2. Perfect.
The piece of bridge appears solid, but perhaps someone else should go
stand
first.
there, and then we can move some of our people around. Now, for next, I need to move Sten, and it has to be the person standing on this tile, to the right side. As you see, moved him off. That became insubstantial, but the one I'm standing on is still solid because of where Zevran and Win are standing. I believe I need to move Sten to this one here, right 4. Okay. Okay, now right 2. I need to move Zevran to left 1. Okay. Move forward another tile. As you can see, this is why the trial and error for this puzzle is really a pain, and honestly, not worth doing. Just look up the solution or copy what I'm doing here if you want to. Move Win.
Of course.
Removing Rin. all the way to the other side. Right 5. And then move Sten to left 5. And that should be it, I believe. There we go, and once I hit the other side,
yes,
the bridge becomes solid.
And here we are playing with switches and stepping stones.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Sten on this one. It's a really annoying puzzle if you have to work it out yourself. Anyway, let's continue on.
I thought it was a legend.
Ah, there's the Urn of Sacred Ashes right ahead of us. So let's look at the altar. The altar is little more than a dusty stone slab. You can make out an inscription carved onto its face. Cast off trappings of worldly life and cloak yourself in the goodness of spirit. King and slave, lord and beggar, be born anew in the Maker's sight. Remove equipment. So, yeah, this is how to get through it. Basically, be naked and walk through the fire.
You have been through the trials of the gauntlet. You have walked the path of Andraste, and like her, you have been cleansed. You have proven yourself worthy, pilgrim. Approach the sacred ashes.
Perhaps we shouldn't do that naked, though. Yeah, do check that all your companions have their armor back after that, because I believe there is a bug in the game where some of your equipment can disappear permanently. So just check everyone's clothed again. They are super good. Let's go to Sten. Increase Constitution. Actually, yeah, I'm actually going to increase his dexterity a little. Okay, what do I want him? Honestly, none of these particularly appealing for Sten. I don't have the cunning to get more survival, or I do that. I could get one of these other skills. I don't need it, but we'll just do that. Right, for Sten, I actually have all of his two-handed weapons. 1 second. Didn't do that, but we'll do it again. So, what do I do? 2 there. 1 to Constitution. Okay. Now, yeah, so I have all his two-handed skills, so here we might as well just get his warrior skills. So we've got Bravery or Disengage. I think we'll go for Bravery. Yeah, that leads on to Death Blow, which is quite a good skill. So we'll do that.
I could not have asked for a greater honor than to be here. I will never forget this feeling.
Congratulations. You found a waste bin.
Nice vase. I should get one for my house.
Yeah, you'd get a very different reaction if you were here with Alistair and Liliana, but Zevran and Sten simply do not care. Right, so because I told Colgrim I'd help, I do have this option to defile the urn. I'm going to do that, but before I do, I'm going to save my game, because I do not want this to be my final choice. There's a very specific reason I'm doing it. And then I'm going to reload my save and just take a pinch of ashes. So I take some ashes. So doing this, you can still heal Eamon, but then I defile it.
What have you done?
The ashes.
I did not let myself believe you would go this far. I was a fool. You will not walk away from this.
This most grievous of sins cannot go unpunished. Andraste must be avenged.
Right, so I got an achievement, Sacrilegious. The reason I'm doing this, by the way, instead of switching to another character like I normally would, is I don't intend to do this with any of my characters. It's a choice I never choose. Sacrilegious sided with the Cult of Andraste in the Urn of Sacred Ashes. So, Wynn turns against you, so I don't have her in my party right now. And you've also got to fight the Guardian. So I'm going to take Wynn out first because she is a mage. She could be very annoying. Okay, she's dead. If, by the way, you take her out of your party before this, of course she won't have the chance to turn against you, but when you get back to your party camp, she will have a conversation, and during that conversation she will leave your party for good. So you lose her here, whatever you do, if you defile the urn, and that's part of the reason I think it is just the worst choice. There is a reward for defiling it, but it is honestly not great, and it is a reward you can only really get once. So we're doing it now, and then I'm going to reload my save once I get that reward, just to show you what it is. Kind of annoying I don't have Win anymore though. I probably should have swapped out to another party member while I had the chance. There we go, Guardian's down, take out the Ash Ray. I should point out my character is also a mage, so you know I can actually heal. Okay, done. We can loot Win, get anything she was wearing. I'm not going to bother because I am reloading the save. And because of that, I'm actually just going to head out of here without exploring any further. Ah. There's an unfortunate adventurer. Again, we'll deal with that in a second. Head out here, and we sided with Colgrim, so he's quite happy to see us.
Already, the weight of the past seems to have lifted off the mountain. You are Andraste's Knight Champion. What you have done here will change the world forever.
You spoke of a reward.
Yes, it would be a grave sin to deny you your just reward. You will share in the power of the dragon. You will become one of the children of the risen Andraste. Behold, the blood of the dragon, drawn from the beating heart of a wyvern. Drink in the strength of 1,000 generations.
Yes, I will do this.
Do you feel any differently?
I remember things. Strange things.
The memories of the blood. A gift from Andraste. The knowledge of our fathers and grandfathers is slowly being passed to you. Even if you leave, you will take us with you. You will forever be one of us.
Alright, there we go. Specialization unlocked, the Reaver. So this is the only way to unlock the Reaver specialization, which is a warrior specialization. I believe, I can't quite remember how they operate. I think they use blood to use some abilities. They use HP to use some of their abilities. But anyway, that is kind of the only benefit of doing this. You get the achievement and you get a specialization. Both of those things will remain if you reload an old save. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And there's no other benefits to doing it, and you lose Win as a companion. So I really don't think it's worth it unless you want to do it for role-playing purposes. But for our purposes, let us just reload the gauntlet here. Again, not normally something I'd like to do, but this is kind of a special case. So let us look at the urn again. So here we're going to be respectful. Take a pinch of the ashes. So we've taken a pinch, leave the urn alone. Okay. With that, let us continue. So, Unfortunate Adventurer.
Right.
Belt of the Magister Lords. +3 spell power is actually quite good for us. The Golden Demon Pendant is a gift. I believe it's from Morrigan. I need to get rid of some items. Super annoying. Actually just going to get rid of those flasks. Destroy that. Get rid of those. Get rid of that. Okay. Let's rock out with this for now. I don't really need the leather armor, so that's fine. There are a couple of chests here as well. Let's unlock them. Ooh, insufficient skill. It's been a while since you've done that, Saffron. Okay, fine. Now, we didn't defile the ashes, so Corgrim is going to be a lot less pleased to see us than he was last time.
You have been to the Urn, but Andraste has not been freed? What manner of treachery is this?
I owe you no explanation.
I should never have trusted you with this task. And now you will die! Behold the fiery vengeance of Andraste herself!
Okay. Yeah, so he attacks. We'll have to deal with him.
Come now, defend yourself! Let's get started.
His knights go down pretty quickly, which means this fight's not too bad. It's actually probably easier to fight him here than it was to fight him in the ruined temple, because there he was surrounded by a bunch of mages, but here he's only got 2 warriors with him. He clearly wasn't expecting you to double cross him. Yep, he's down, so let's take out this guy. And there's the other achievement, Ceremonialist, and that's for not defiling the ashes. So check that out. As you can see, still got the sacrilegious achievement, so here we go, Ceremonialist. Defied the cult of Andraste in the Urn of Sacred Ashes. Okay.
This should be easy enough.
Don't need that. I'm guessing Colgrim has something I want though. Yes, he does. He has a unique axe. So I need to delete some stuff. Alright, destroy that. Destroy that for sure. Let's take the horn and take the Faithless Edge. Don't need the boots. Okay. That is fine. So.
I said something wrong here.
Right, here are the mages. Again, certainly a lot easier to do it this way, rather than having to fight them all at once.
Desperation is an ugly thing. Is that all you got? Excellent!
Nice kill win. Right, another Drake scale here. Coldest mage. Okay, that now you might think that is it for the mountaintop. There is something else we can do. There is actually some chests here. I did not even know about these. Okay, let's go.
Bellissimo.
Bellissimo. Sword, don't really need it. It's just going to take up inventory space at this point. Same with the small round shield. Okay, don't need any of this stuff. We'll just leave them be. But still, they're here. That's cool. Yeah, so while you're in the mountaintop pass, if you remember, there is that really big dragon in this area. So there is a way to fight the dragon. I believe you can only fight it if you kill Colgrim though. I don't think there's a way to do this if you defile the ashes inside with Father Colgrim. So on Colgrim's body, we got an item. I don't know where it is. There's Vial of Dragon's Blood. Not what I'm looking for. Colgrim's Horn. So as you can see here, the use. Sound this horn from the top of the mountains overlooking the village of Haven to summon the High Dragon. Now this is one of the hardest fights in the game, but let's see if we can do it at this level. If you can't... Oh, I was standing in the wrong place. If you can't, you will have to come back and do this later. But let's see if we can beat a High Dragon. I just froze all my companions. Well, 2 of them. Right, let's try Crushing Prison, see if we can hold them in place. We can't, which is not surprising because this is a massive bloody dragon. Come on, Zebron, don't die on me. Okay.
Let's get started.
Not sure how he freezes in midair, but you know what? I'm going to take it. So I do think I can actually beat the dragon at this level, and again, I'm playing on normal difficulty here. You can change it to easy if you want an easier fight against this dragon. I'm trying not to do that.
Right.
Okay, Zevran's down. That's annoying. Could do that. Yeah, not surprised he resisted being knocked down, but it is still dealing damage to him, so we'll keep that up. And I need some lyrium, please. Okay, while he's doing that, I need you to revive Zevran. Okay. But it is no joke, this dragon. It is one of the hardest fights in the game. And if you remember, you can do the main quest in any order, including Haven. If you do this one much earlier than I'm doing it here, you might as well come back for this high dragon, because you're not fighting it at a lower level than I am. And as a reminder, I think I'm level 15 or 16. How do I see my level? I can't remember. Character sheet. Level 16, yeah. So I'm pretty high leveled at this point. You're not fighting it at a lower level than this, let's be honest. Oh, Wynn is dead, and Sten almost is as well. That is bad. That is just bad. Nothing else to say about that. I might have to retry again. Okay. Did that. Because unfortunately, my character does not have a way to revive. If I'd taught myself the revive spell, I could revive Wynn and be fine from there. But I don't have it, so I think I'm going to lose. But I'll give it a shot. If it was just me left, I would reset here. But Sten and myself might have a chance of doing this. Because Sten is my best attacker, and I can freeze with Cone of Cold, and let Sten get in a few good hits. Speaking of, do that now. I'm actually going to see if I have... No, okay, that's fine. I was going to see if I had a way to revive it, to restore his stamina, but it doesn't look like I do.
Weapons at the ready.
Okay, well that's not good. I need lyrium, please, and I need to heal Sten. Too late. Alright. It's just me left. I don't think I have a chance, to be quite honest. Not 1v1 against this stupid dragon. But as you can see, I did a lot of damage to it, so I think I can do it at this level. I just need to be a bit smarter about keeping Wynn alive in particular. But without her, I can't revive anyone, so I'm doing a little bit of damage. And I might be able to take it out, but it's going to cost me a lot of potions to do it. Okay, but potions are worth it, I guess. And to be honest, if it grabs me in its jaws, I'm dead. There's nothing I can do. To be fair, I am actually dealing with decent damage to it, so I might be alright. We'll see. Okay, frozen it. Awesome. Let's take some lyrium while it's out of action. Honestly, my mage just has the right spells to deal with it. I think it is weak to cold damage. So, my mage is kind of uniquely situated to deal with it. Roar is annoying. That kind of is a AoE stun. We've kind of seen it use that a few times. But I am dealing with it slowly but surely. Crushing Prison doesn't immobilize it, but it does do the damage over time effect, which is kind of useful, so... Nope, frozen again. And I think I win. So, my character is good enough to 1v1 a dragon. Awesome. But yeah, I do think that is one of the hardest fights in the game. And you get an achievement just for doing that. Dragon Slayer. Profile. Here it is. Defeated the dragon guarding the Urn of Sacred Ashes. Nice. Make sure you loot the dragon once you kill it, because, I mean, look at all this stuff. Bunch of unique items, the Dreadhead Charge, plus physical resistance, a collar for your dog, bunch of armor, and even longbow, a war axe, but in particular, there is a dragon scale. What we've been collecting so far are drake scales. This is a dragon scale. So, take that. I'm going to clear out some of my equipment. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. And that gives us another quest, Dragon Scale Armor, as opposed to the Drake Scale quest we already had. There we go. Dragon dead. Really pleased I managed to do that on my first attempt. Let's just say, not something I've managed to do often on my first attempt, that's for sure. But again, I think Melody here is particularly situated to do really well in that fight, just because of her frost spells. Plus Crushing Prison help too. Okay, let's keep going. Slightly surprised these guys aren't hostile, given that I did kill Colgrim, but I guess we'll take that. You do actually need to run through all of this back to the entrance, so I guess I'm going to cut and I'll see you when I get there. Alright, here we are, one very boring running simulator later. We are here at the entrance. I don't know why they don't give you a shortcut back to this point, but that's fine. Let's talk to Brother Genitivi.
Welcome back. You were gone for quite some time. Well, did you find it?
Show the Pouch of Ashes.
Is that? Oh, there's some dust on... No, that's not dust. Oh, Maker, I'm not worthy to look upon. What was it like, coming to the urn, I mean?
Grueling. There were tests.
Tests? Interesting. Very interesting. Perhaps my research will not seem so much like blasphemy to the Chantry now. We must organize an expedition. There is so much history here, it must be studied. And pilgrims should be allowed to come to the urn.
Yeah, so Brother Genitivi wants to tell the world about the urn, its location, and how to get to it. Your only way to stop him is actually to kill him, and I guess if you're that sort of character you can, but I guess we will share it with the world.
I must return home. I have much to do. If you ever find yourself in Denerim, please visit me. I am not a rich man, but I have a small collection of interesting artifacts, and I do owe you a reward for coming to my rescue. I hope to see you soon, my friend.
Alrighty, let's get out of here. Yep, so this has its own location on the world map. I am going to start... Of course you can head to Redcliffe immediately. I'm actually going to go to Denerim first though. Well, that was terrifying.
You're awake. Did you feel it too? It was like the archdemons saw us. Saw us! What does that mean? I think... Wait. Did you hear that?
Okay, here we are in our party camp, and we are actually attacked by a bunch of shrieks. This happens, I believe, after you've completed 3 of the main quests. So we have done the one with the Dalish Elves, we've got the Urn of Andraste, and for the 3rd one we completed the Major Circle. So that's why this is happening now. But as you can see, you can only control your main character. The others will help out in the fight though as allies. These shrieks are annoying because they do stealth, but that's okay. But I mean, with the number of allies you have here and how strong these characters are, this should not be too much of an issue for you. Not by this point in the game.
I guess it's like Duncan once said. We can sense them, and they can sense us. We'd best be more careful from now on. This camp isn't safe any longer.
Will they send next? Darkspawn tax collectors?
Okay.
On it.
Oh, actually, while I'm in camp, wasn't planning to do this. I'd forgotten about this interaction. Do we have the... Oh, no, it looks like the merchants aren't here right now. Okay.
It is done. Let us move on.
Let's just see if these bodies have coins then. I won't bother taking anything that's not... It's going to take up inventory space. Alright, that's fine. We'll keep going. Okay, switching over to my Dalish Elf quickly. We're in the same fight just after completing the Urn of Sacred Ashes quest. Characters with the Dalish Elf origin do have one interesting difference in this fight. I'll probably skip most of the fighting itself just so I can show you the difference. But anyway, let's get started.
You... Lethalan.
Yes, so at the end of the fight, we actually meet Tamlin from the Dalish Elf origin. This is again unique to the Dalish Elf origin. None of the other origins have any similar encounters. Tamlin, is that you?
You don't know who that is, do you?
'Tis a ghoul. 'Tis no longer the one you knew, but a slave now.
Don't come near me! Stay away!
The Tamlin ghoul then runs off.
Don't look at me! I am sick!
Tamlin, what's happened to you?
The song in my head, it calls to me. He sings to me. I can't stop it! Don't want to hurt you, Lethalan. Please, stop me!
I have to try and heal you, Tamlin.
Too far. You cannot help me. I'm so sorry, Lethalan. Never wanted this.
And then he turns hostile. You still have all your allies to help you out, so it's not a hard fight. It's just a really interesting difference between, for this interaction compared to any other origin.
Who was that?
His name was Tamlin.
Tamlin? Then he was the one who was with you when you... I'm so sorry. This is what happens when the taint is left unchecked. It's better for him to have it end. It was a mercy.
And there we go, and that is the fate of Tamlin, who mysteriously disappeared during the Dalish Elf origin. Anyway, just thought I would show you that, but now we'll head back over to the main playthrough. Let's keep with our same party.
Yes.
I'm kind of enjoying this party, if I'm honest.
Yes.
Yes.
Like I said, let's go to Denerim. Might be an encounter on the way, I'm honestly not sure. Doesn't look like it. Easy then. Okay, here we are in Denerim. A couple of things we want to do. If we come here to the Chantry,
Magic exists.
I believe Sister Justine has something to say to us. Now, just to remind you, in the ruined temple, we did find forgotten verses. Find someone who can decipher the strange scrolls. You found some scrolls in a language you cannot decipher. You've taken them with you in the hopes that someone you encounter on your travels will be able to translate them. That's what Sister Justine's for.
Strange that matters can be so tumultuous and yet the day still be so bright. Oh, my pardon. Just thinking aloud. Are you here for the Chanter's Board?
Who are you?
I am Sister Justine, curator of the reliquary of this chantry. Pride again. It is hard to live up to the example of Andraste.
What's the curator do?
The archivist tends the books, and I tend the sacred relics. I also search for more to add to our collection, which is more difficult than it sounds.
I found these scrolls in a Tevinter ruin.
Really? Oh, pardon my incredulity. I would like to examine them in any event.
Be careful with them. They seem ancient.
Let me see. The scrolls are old, no question, and the script. It's written in cipher. Early believers used them to keep their writings safe from the Tevinter Magus. These could be authentic. Please, let me examine it.
You can, of course, just give them to him. If you ask for collateral, she doesn't really argue with
You are
you.
a charlatan. May the Maker have mercy upon you. There is avarice in your eyes, but I believe you. Inner ruins, you say? I can give you 5 sovereigns. If these prove to be genuine, we can discuss more substantial payment afterwards.
Deal. Here you go.
I need parchment, quill, and ink. What was the trick to the cipher again? I examined your scrolls. I know a few of the early Chantry ciphers, but I'm not fully familiar with this one. The bits I have made out. This may be an account of Maferath's final days, and perhaps more.
Maferath is in Andraste's husband.
I know. It's remarkable. The same Maferath who betrayed our prophet and saw her burn alive in Minrath Rus. If we could get a real translation, well, it could be the find of our lifetime.
Could I get a copy of the translation?
When I finish decoding it, absolutely. But it will not be easy. It could take months. The ciphers were designed to be difficult for the Magisters to decrypt. Who knows what secrets we can uncover, what truths we can find. Here is all of the allowance I have for acquisitions. Take it and go. 1,000 blessings.
There we go. Easy 12 sovereigns. Yeah, there's no downside to asking for collateral there, so you might as well take the extra money, to be honest. Nothing there, that's fine. Okay, couple of other things to do while we're here. Let's go see the Mages Collective. I believe they'll have something for us, yes. If we look at our journal, under the Mages Collective, the Scrolls of Banastor. So I have found all 5 scrolls, so let us get our reward.
The client is very pleased. Come back soon.
There you go, another 5 sovereigns. Simple. Before I do anything else, I'm actually going to go sell some equipment because I am getting really sick of being so restricted in my inventory slots. Okay. Now, what we want to do is, we've got 2 quests here. Dragon Scale Armor and Drake Scale Armor. So, if you remember, there is this shop here, Wade's Emporium. Let's talk to Heron.
Welcome back. You looking for fine armor?
So yes, you can do Dragon Scale and you can do Drake Scale Armor. There is actually an order you want to do this in, but before you do any of it, check their inventory.
Certainly.
Because once you've done the Dragon and Drake Scale Armors, this shop closes for good, so if you want anything from it, get it now. Having said that, he has some good armors, but nothing particularly insane. Give me 1 minute and I'm just going to check some things out and I'll be back. Okay, that's fine. I was just making sure none of these items that he sells are related to a codex entry, and they're not. So you're fine, you can buy stuff from him if you want to, but don't feel obligated to do so. So in this case, now there is a certain order you should do this to that does make the finished product a little bit better. Doesn't really matter in terms of completing quests, but in terms of the finished items, it is better to do this in a certain order. So the first thing to do is ask about Drake scales.
No, no, he can't. Did I hear right? You are a woman. You have Drake scales?
I do right here.
Look at this, Heren. It's real. Some never see a single scale in their lives. I must make this. Tell the, customer, is it? I'll drop everything to work on this immediately.
How much will it cost?
Cost? I should be paying you, friend, for the right, no, the privilege. Pay? No, Wade, no. We'll charge you. I'll hear nothing of that, Heren. This is my shop, and working on Drake scales won't cost a bloody Orlesian penny.
Now, what you want to do here is pay 10 sovereigns extra for make it good and quickly. We'll see why in a bit.
Excellent. You won't regret it. Think of the possibilities, Heren. Think of it. I'm trying to stop.
Okay, so what we need to do is leave Denerim and come back. Before we do that, I actually do want to go check Gorham's shop again. I think he might have a couple of items I'm interested in.
Welcome back. Is there something else you'd like to look at?
Okay, let's look at his weapons. Kind of difficult because I've sold him some stuff already. While it's nice that you can buy your own stuff back if you made a mistake and sold something you didn't mean to, it is kind of annoying when you are looking through the selection of a mage that you've sold a ton of stuff to. Nope, there's one of the ones I wanted. Thorval's Luck. Buy that. Okay, and there's another one I want that I think he should have. It's called... see if I can find it. Catriel's Grasp. You want that as well. They're not cheap, but you do want to grab them. Okay, with that, we have codex entries for both of those items. So let's check those out. We also got a creature one for fighting the High Dragon. A fully mature adult female dragon is the High Dragon, the great monster of legend, the rarest of all dragon kind. These dragons hollow out massive lairs for themselves, for they need the space to house their harem of drakes, as well as their eggs and the dragonlings. High dragons are seldom seen. They spend most of their time sleeping and mating, living off the prey their drakes bring back. But once every 100 years or so, the High Dragon prepares for clutching by emerging from her lair and taking wing. She will fly far and wide, eating hundreds of animals, most often livestock, over the course of a few weeks and leaving smouldering devastation in her wake. She then returns to her lair to lay her eggs and will not appear in the skies again for another century. Alright, and the items we got. So we got Catriel's Grasp. The Theron family refused to die. This was a problem for the Empire, for the stubborn Ferelden's would not accept Orlesian rule so long as some vagabond in the woods could call himself their king. So the Orlesian court sent their agents in Ferelden a gift, a bard by the name of Catriel, to assassinate the surviving Prince Marek. She did not, of course, succeed, but that's another story. And Thorval's Luck, a bit longer this time. Sir Thorval of Rainsfair was the sixth son of a sixth son, a child of ill fortune. It showed on his 13th birthday, when he narrowly avoided being run over by a cart, only to have a tree fall on him. It showed on his wedding day, when his bride ran off with a roving dwarven tinker. But nowhere was Thorval's misfortune more obvious than on the battlefield. Although peerless among the knights of Rainsfair and undefeated in the tourneys of Redcliffe and the West Hills, Sir Thorval was plagued by loss, for every blade he took in battle broke. Every shield cracked, he won himself honour and acclaim, and a tremendous blacksmithing bill as he sought out stronger blades and sturdier shields to replace his losses. One day, as he rode to a tournament in Denerim, Thorval's horse threw a shoe, pitching the knight head first into a hollow tree stump. When he came to, he found his nose inches from the heavy steel head of an enormous warhammer. Since his sword naturally had shattered in the fall, Thorval took the hammer as a replacement. It was highly unorthodox for a knight to use a hammer in a tournament, but Thorval won his matches easily, and the hammer even survived. From that day forth he used no other weapon. When he died many years later, he left the hammer to his sixth son, Anselm, who promptly lost it. Sounds like Thorval had a great run of luck there. If we have a look at those items we just picked up, Thorval's Luck. +4 to attack, physical resistance, healing effects received. It's actually a really good two-handed weapon. And the gloves we got are Catriel's Grasp. They are Drakeskin, so another really good weapon if you want to use them. +3 melee critical chance. Okay. Not great, but pretty good just for the armor bonus, to be honest. Alrighty. Okay, so let's deal with the getting the Drakeskin armor from what's his face, Wade. So to do this you need to leave Denerim. Doesn't matter where you can go, you can even just visit the party camp if you want, which is actually the easiest answer because it doesn't involve travelling anywhere. Go party camp. No one wants to talk to me, so that's fine. Let's go back to Denerim. Okay, who am I taking with me? Who's my guys? You, yes. You, and you.
Yes.
Yes.
And back to Denerim. So all you have to do, just go to your party camp, return to Denerim, go back to the shop.
You're here about your order?
It's done. I made the armor. And it's garbage. I wouldn't let a festering swine wear it.
Wade, it's amazing. I don't see anything wrong with it.
Are you blind as well as stupid? The leg guards are too tight. It'll chafe. The dye isn't even... Look here. I see a splotch. It's garbage, I say.
It's fine. Truly. It's a work of art. Here, wear it well. Now kindly leave.
There we go. What do we get? Let's sort by newest. Wade's drakeskin gloves, leather armor, and boots. Really good light armor if you want it, and actually I might even use that for my character, given that I can wear it, and it gives pretty strong fire resistance too. Now what you want to do, talk to him again.
Bring more scales? I want to try again. I've learned so much.
Wade, please leave the customer alone. How can I help you?
Alright, now we can ask about dragon scales.
You just don't know when to quit.
Why so glum, Eren? Today is a glorious day. Today, I make dragon scale armor.
I feel just giddy.
How long will it take?
Now, I've dreamed of what I would do every night. It's in my head in perfect clarity. It will be the work of hours.
What? You're serious?
Absolutely. The only question is what type of armor. Dragon scale is marvelous, flexible and tough. I could make a lighter set of dragon skin armor, heavy dragon scale armor, or dragon bone plate. What interests you?
Yeah, so here you can choose whether you want to get medium, heavy, or massive armor. Let us go with... Tempted to get the strongest and give it to one of my warriors, either Sten or Alistair. I might do that. Yep.
Excellent! Excellent! Now don't move! There you go. My life's work, that is.
You did it so fast.
Of course, Eren. Have some faith. I am a master armorer, you know.
Miracles never cease. But you're not welcome here anymore.
I need a sabbatical. Maybe someplace warm.
I hate my life.
Alright, so let's have a look at our new armor. Wade's Superior Dragonbone Plate Gloves, Armor and Boots. Now, if you remember, we paid that extra 10 gold for the Drakeskin armor. If you do that, this is Superior Armor with better stats. If you don't pay that extra gold, then this will just be Wade's Dragonbone Plate Armor, Gloves, Boots, etc. Won't be superior, and the stats will be slightly worse. It's still really good armor, but you can get this better version, so you may as well. 10 sovereigns is not really a lot to spend. Okay, last things to do.
Did you bring more scales? I want to try again. I've learned so much.
Wade, please leave the customer alone. How can I help you?
Now we do have more Drake scales, so let's do that.
You must be kidding. We're done. No.
Eren, more scales. I can make another set.
Dear Andraste, no.
I've been thinking every night about what I'd do different. It's all in my head. Dear Eren, don't worry. I can make it faster this time.
You can?
You worry too much. Just give me the scales, friend, and I'll have my finest work for you.
Don't bother paying 20 sovereigns. It does not make a difference to the finished product, so let's just give him the scales.
I'll just close the shop until he's done. Thank you so much. Rotten bastard.
Yeah, Heron is not a fan of us doing this, but that's fine. Wade is happy, and that's what matters. So, to get this armor, you need to do the same thing. Go to the party camp, return. Pretty straightforward, really. Okay. Before I actually go anywhere else, let's go to Sten and give him this armor we've got. He's wearing the Juggernaut set, which is, don't get me wrong, a really good set of armor. The Dragonbone armor is slightly better, so let's do that. There we go. And I do have some rings. I might as well give him Silverleaf. He doesn't really use Cunning, but that's fine. It's better than nothing. And actually, speaking of, I should give myself that belt. Magister Lord Spell Power. Thank you. Put it in the Buckle of the Winds. Here we are, Wade's Emporium.
We're closed. Oh, it's you.
The Drake scale armor is done. And it's, well, decent. Few things I'm rather proud of. And it didn't take as long as I feared. Odd.
You'd better be very proud, Wade. We can't afford any more flights of fancy.
I feel good, actually. I wouldn't mind working on Lord such-and-such's armor today.
We'll see how long this lasts. Here's your armor. Now please leave.
Alrighty, and we got some more armor. So the second time you give him Drake scales, he does make the superior version, which is why you don't need to pay him for this. He does it anyway. I actually think I'm going to give these to my character. They are much stronger than what I'm currently using, and if you notice, the fatigue, very low. Compared to what I'm currently wearing, which is, to be fair, medium armor. This is higher armor cost for much less fatigue. So let us give my character this. Yoink and yoink. Okay. Also gives me good fire resistance, which is nice. Okay, with that, I think we're done. Now, you cannot buy anything from these guys anymore, I don't believe.
Welcome. Please leave.
Yeah, he refuses to sell to you.
This won't take long.
There is a love letter back here, though. Do want that. Alrighty, and with that, we are done here. It's all I want to do in Denerim for the minute, so let's go to Redcliffe. This episode might be a little bit longer. I do want to finish off this Al Eamon part, though, so let's go do that. Plus, I don't know how much time I'm going to be cutting off in the middle, because some of it is just running around. So let's head out here, and head here to Redcliffe Castle. Actually, I want to go to the village as well. Let's go to the village first. Oh, encounter along the way. What is this? This is Darkspawn. Elven Scouts. Okay, I think this is a encounter that happens randomly sometime after you've completed the Brazilian Forest quest. Let us check it for mages. There don't seem to be any. So in that case, we're fine to just... Tell you what, crushing prison that. The elves are not doing very well against a single shriek, but that's okay. He's dead. Okay, let's keep going. I do wish the spawn point into Redcliffe Village was a little closer to the actual village, but that's okay. We'll walk there, I guess. There is a reason I'm doing this, and we'll see if it was a waste of time or not. If it's a waste of time, you're not going to hear what I'm saying, because I'm definitely going to cut this part out. But if it's not a waste, we'll see. Okay, Blackstone Irregulars. Let's go into the Chantry. Irenia, that's what I wanted.
Yes?
Sorry to tell you that your husband is dead.
What? This is terrible. My beloved.
Okay. That was part of a quest we had. I think that's all we had to do here for now. I think it's a Blackstone Irregulars quest. Notices of death. Okay. Still more of those to deliver, but that's fine. That was all we actually came here for. Okay, let's head into the castle. Where am I looking? Right, Ben Tegan, let's get this done.
You return. Might you have news?
I found the urn.
You have? Wonderful. Let us go at once to Eamon's side and see if the urn's healing powers live up to their reputation.
Where am I?
Be calm, brother. You have been deathly ill for a very long time. Do you remember nothing?
Tegan? What are you doing here? Where is Isolde?
I am here, my husband.
And Connor? Where is my boy? Where is our son?
He lives. Though many others are dead. There is much to tell you, husband.
Dead? Then it was not a dream.
Much has happened since you fell ill, brother. Some of it will not be easy for you to hear.
Then tell me. I wish to hear all of it. This is most troubling. There is much to be done, that is true. But I should first be thankful to those who have done so much. Grey Warden, you have not only saved my life, but kept my family safe as well. I am in your debt. Will you permit me to offer you a reward for your service?
If you'd like, I won't object.
Then allow me to declare you and those traveling with you champions of Redcliffe. You will always be a welcome guest within these halls. And for you, Warden, a shield of the same make as those that have been given to our finest knights.
Thank you, Your Grace.
We should speak of Loghain, brother. There is no telling what he will do once he learns of your recovery.
Loghain instigates a civil war even though the Darkspawn are on our very doorstep. Long I have known him. He is a sensible man, one who never desired power.
I was there when he announced he was taking control of the throne, Eamon. He is mad with ambition, I tell you.
Mad indeed. Mad enough to kill Cailan, to attempt to kill myself and destroy my lands. Whatever happened to him, Loghain must be stopped. What's more, we can scarce afford to fight this war to its bitter end.
What are you proposing then?
We have no time to wage a campaign against him. Someone must surrender if Ferelden is to have any chance at fighting the Darkspawn.
Loghain must capitulate then.
I agree. Loghain will pay for his heinous crimes, but our armies must be reserved for the Darkspawn, not for each other. I will spread word of Loghain's treachery, both here and against the king. But it will be but a claim made without proof. Those claims will give Loghain's allies pause, but we must combine it with a challenge Loghain cannot ignore. We need someone with a stronger claim to the throne than Loghain's daughter, the Queen.
Are you referring to Alistair, brother? Are you certain?
I would not propose such a thing if we had an alternative, but the unthinkable has occurred.
Yeah, so this is something I've hinted at before, but they do plan on making Alistair king. You do get choices about this, but we'll get into that later, not in this episode.
Tegan and I have a claim through marriage, but we would seem opportunists no better than Loghain. Alistair's claim is by blood.
And what about me? Does anyone care?
He just
what I
appears.
want?
Okay.
You have a responsibility, Alistair. Without you, Loghain wins. I would have to support him for the sake of Ferelden. Is that what you want?
But I... No, my lord.
I see only one way to proceed. I will call for a landsmeet, a gathering of all of Ferelden's nobility in the city of Denerim. There, Ferelden can decide who shall rule, one way or another. Then the business of fighting our true foe can begin. What say you to that, my friend? I do not wish to proceed without your blessing.
What are my options?
You have already found allies, but we need those to fight Darkspawn. I truly believe the landsmeet is our best option. We could attempt to wage a military campaign against Loghain, but even if we win, would we have enough left to defeat the Darkspawn?
No, but neither would Loghain.
Perhaps Loghain gambles on this attitude. That everyone will decide facing the Darkspawn is more vital than facing him, so that he leads us against the Horde.
It seems we have little choice.
Very well. I will send out the word. But before we proceed, I believe there is the matter of the mage, my son's tutor. He still lives, I understand.
He does. He is in the dungeon, brother.
Have him brought here, Tegan. I wish to see him. Jowan, what you have done is not in question. You tried to assassinate me and set into motion a series of events that nearly destroyed everything I cherish. What have you to say in your own defense?
Nothing, my lord. Other than to say I am sorry. I expect no mercy for what I've done.
I see. Grey Warden, have you anything to say on Jowan's behalf?
I'm gonna see if I can do something here. He seems earnest in his desire to repent.
Oh? That is unexpected. And what would you have me do? As the injured party, my ability to see the merciful path is strained.
Let him go. Let the Circle hunt him if they wish.
That I cannot do.
I thought it was worth a
He is a
try.
Maleficar, and I cannot unleash him on a land already racked by war and chaos. I am sorry. Jowan, I hereby turn you over to the Tower of the Circle of Magi. May the Maker have mercy on your soul.
Thank you, my lord. And goodbye, my friend.
Now, back to the matter of the Landsmeet. It will take some time to recall my forces and organize our allies. I would prefer to wait until that is done before calling the Landsmeet. In the meantime, I suggest you pursue the remainder of the Grey Warden treaties. We will need all the allies we can get if we are to defeat the Darkspawn Horde.
Alright, I was trying to let, we got specialization there, champion. I was trying to let him release Jowan, just to see if it would work, because there is a quest you can get if you release Jowan, but you've got to do it right at the start, and I didn't do it with this character, so I'll have to do that with a later character, but that's okay. Alright, now, this is not a true level up. You do actually get +1 spell if you're a mage. If you're a warrior, you get +1 talent, and if you're a rogue, you get +1 skill. We get an extra spell, so that's cool. I am going to teach myself Death Hex. There we go. Play. Okay, let's go. Okay, there are a couple of things left I want to do before I finish off this episode. Let us see. I always get lost in Redcliffe Castle, every time. I think I'm going the wrong way, though. Yep, this is the way out. Yeah, so the Landsmeet Eamon was talking about, that is kind of the next stage of the game. But before you do that, you've got to complete all 4 of your quote-unquote main quests. So you've got to do the Brazilian Forest with the Elves, you've got to go to the Circle of Magi, you have to go to Orzammar for the Dwarves, and you have to heal Eamon. We've done 3 of those, but that means that there's still 1 left to do. Now, I am going to do something. I'm going to go back to Denerim, I believe, is the right course of action here. See if we get an encounter along the way. Yes, we do. Darkspawn, these are Redcliffe soldiers. I think this encounter happens once you have cured Eamon. Anything particularly strong here? Not really. Okay. Oh, there is an ogre. I did not see the ogre, or I would not have done that. That's okay. Dealt with. Easy.
Why are we stopping?
I don't want to. Never mind.
As you wish.
It's kind of annoying when you click on your characters by accident.
On it. On it.
Alrighty, with that, let's keep going. Oh, one more here. Acid flask. Not something I'm going to use, but that's fine. Okay, back on the road to Denerim. Okay, here we are. There was one thing I forgot to do in Denerim when we were here before, and that is go and see Brother Genetivi, so let's do that now.
If it isn't the champion who succeeded in the quest for the Sacred Urn, I had not expected to see you so soon. I've written to the Chantry, telling them of your adventures. They are interested in having me lead an expedition. What do you think of that? I'm quite excited.
That's great news.
You made this all possible. I could never thank you quite enough, but I'm certainly going to try. Here, take this reward. I want you to have it. It will certainly do more good in your hands than lying around in this dusty house, eh? And if I can ask, have you gone to see the Arl? I have heard no news.
Arl Eamon has been cured.
The Maker smiles on us. Thank you. And now, if you will excuse me, I have so much to prepare for. I wish Waylin was here to see all this.
Right, well, we got a reward. Let's have a look. We got the Master Duema rune. Plus 8% spell resistance. Nice. I've swapped over to my Dwarven Commoner character, because if we come here and inspect the Chanter's board, we will find a new quest with this character. Here we go, Jowan's Intention. Brother Bism warns, the Maleficarum Jowan has slipped free of custody and is reported to be somewhere in the region. Suspected in the poisoning of Arl Eamon, he may be planning further unnatural acts, and contact with him should be avoided. However, if any travellers of military skill are willing, I will personally reward the evaluation and removal of any threat he poses. Make us show mercy if he is half the monster he is reported to be. Okay, let's accept that. So this quest is only available if you told Jowan to run and you never want to see him again when you freed him from the prison in Redcliffe. After you complete the Urn of Sacred Ashes and awaken Arl Eamon, that quest will appear on the Chanter's board. However, there is a big problem with it. The quest is actually bugged. I believe you can receive it, but you cannot complete it unless you do very specific things. Since I have the patch that fixes quite a few bugs, I can actually complete this quest, so let's go do it.
It shall be done.
So come here on the world map, we'll see there's this new location simply called Jowan. Let's travel there. Looks like I've got an encounter along the way. Alright, here we are. So there is Jowan, along with some refugees. And they are getting attacked by Blight Wolves. So let's kill the Darkspawn. And as you can see, Jowan here is actually protecting the refugees as best he can. So this short quest is kind of like the conclusion to Jowan's story, really. It just gives him an ending, for one way or the other. But let's clear up the Darkspawn, and then we'll see what we want to do about Jowan.
You! It's you again. Please don't do anything to me. I've only been trying to help.
Don't be scaring good Master Laven. He saved us 3 times over.
So here you have a choice. You can either attack Jowan, or you can decide to let him go. Stay your current course, Levin. Redemption suits you.
Thank you, Warden. I will, I swear to you. Everyone, let's move. The Warden has more important matters to attend to.
Warden?
Okay, perfect. And there we go. So it's a really rather short and simple quest. Let's have a look at our journal. So we've got it there. You determined that Jowan is no longer a threat. Report this information to the Chantry Board. Yep, so basically you do have the choice to attack and kill him there if you want to, or like I did, you can decide that he's mended his ways and is attempting to be a better person, so we'll leave him be. Let's head back to the Chantry and see what they have to say about that. Given the way Chantry quests go, I'm kind of assuming it's just money, but we'll see. Looks like I have an encounter. Taking a while to load, there it is. Okay. Okay, here we are back in Denerim. Let's go see what the Chanters have to say. If we just talk to Rosamund here.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Perfect, she just gave us 3 sovereigns. So like I said, a rather simple and easy quest to complete. But it is bugged in all normal versions of the game, so do take that into consideration. But anyway, there we go, Joan's attention's done, so let's swap back to my main character.
On it.
Alright, Redcliffe Village. And yes, unfortunately it's the village, but luckily this time we don't have to go all the way into the village to do what I want to do. I'm kind of just tidying up some quests that have been sitting in our quest log for quite some time. So what we want to do here is go to the windmill, I'm pretty sure. And at the windmill, we should find, here it is, Knight Commander Harith.
Move along, friend.
I have a gift.
Oh, wonderful. On behalf of myself and my men, I thank you. I'll make sure the collective's generosity is reciprocated. On your way now.
Yeah, he wanted 10 Lurium potions, which unfortunately means we're now running low on Lurium potions. But that's okay. It's okay. We will have to buy some more, though.
As you wish.
Alrighty, here we are back in Denerim.
One world, one life.
Let's go talk to the Mages Collective.
The client is very pleased. Come back soon.
Okay, with that done, let's see if there's anything in here. There's not right now. That's okay. Just going to check my quest for a second. Okay. That might have been a bit of a waste of time doing it here, because the last place I want to go in this episode is the Lake Kellenhead docks, where there is actually a Mages Collective representative, so I could have completed this there, but that's okay. We didn't do it that way. Another encounter. Come on, load, please. Thank you.
How did a child survive that? The crater is still smoking. It's a boy. 5 fingers, 5 toes. That's all that matters to me. The Maker has answered our prayers. Let's go home, Marta, and raise the Tyke as our own.
That is a rather strange Superman reference. But let's look at the pile of ore. Meteor metal ore. We'll take that. I'm sure we'll find a use for that somewhere. Let's keep going. I think that's all there is here. Here we go. Lake Kellenhead.
Isn't that the point? We could all be just players in a play.
Let's head into the Spoiled Princess. I think there is someone in here we need to talk to. Hopefully. Otherwise I've just wasted my time. Yep, Lorana. There's also... No, I've already done that chest. Okay, let's talk to Lorana.
Yes?
I have a letter for you.
All right.
No.
And with that, we have finally updated that quest. I don't think the Blackstone Irregulars have a representative in this particular town.
What are you looking at? Can a man drink in peace?
So let's head out of here. I know I said this was the last stop. There's a couple of things I want to check. I may or may not show you all of them, depending on if anything interesting happens. So give me a minute, and I will have a look, and I'll get back with you soon. Alright, here we are back in Redcliffe. I'll just turn in this quest to the Blackstone Liaison.
The Irregulars thank you.
There you go. Sovereign for that. That's fine. The other thing I want to check is the Mages Collective here. They may not have anything. But they might. There is something I am looking for with them, and I don't know if they'll have it or not. Because I may not have quite met the requirements yet. No, it doesn't look like they have it. That's unfortunate. Okay. Well, with that... yeah, with that, I think I'll finish the episode here. Don't know how much of this running around I showed, but I did jump all over the map, just to try and complete some quests here at the end. So, for the quests we've got left, we've just got this Correspondence Interruptus, a couple in Denham that we can't do anything with right now, these two here, and then these two here. And most of those take place in Orzammar, so we can't do them yet. Or at least we can't until we go to Orzammar. Anyway, that is all for today, so thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.